by a huge walloping of 46-3.
42-6.
Close. We're now receiving the starting lineups from the Scarsdale Raiders offense. And
as tailback, number 28.
Starting at our quarterback, we have
Steiner.
John Urienzo.
we don't have the lineups as yet, so we're awaiting them from the PA man here at Scarsdale
The MVP
High
from
School.
last week's game, number 35, Captain John Urienzo.
MVP for last week's game is John Urienzo, number 35. I believe last week he played
At center,
quarterback.
also captain number 51, David Bosian.
At center, number 51, David Bosian. Bosian, a strong
At a
center.
guard, number 52,
Very
Dan
large.
Salvation.
Dan Salvation, number 52. At guard, I believe.
I would think so.
Also at guard, number
kid.
65, Matt Clark.
Also at guard is number 65, Matt Clark. Scarsdale Raiders take pride in their offensive line. Big, strong.
At tackle, number 72, Malcolm Ball.
Malcolm Ball, number 72 at tackle, offensive tackle.
Also at tackle, number 77, Mike B.
Mike B, a junior, number 77, the other tackle.
And at tight end, number 80, Brian Garth.
Brian Sharp, number 80 at tight end.
Also a very good basketball player.
1987 Scarsdale Raiders football team.
That's the Scarsdale Raiders offensive lineup.
Dick Palladino, the Scarsdale Raiders. And now the marching band is being introduced. Getting back to my thoughts on Coach Palladino. He's had the team for a couple of years and has really done well. He looks like a real quality coach. And we're now with the Star-Spangled Banner.
Bit to go here.
The band has finished playing, and we are indeed about ready to go. We haven't got word yet about the coin toss.
And the captain's taking the field now for the coin toss. So the captains are John Urienzo and Josh Silverman and Craig Pickett.
We're awaiting the coin toss here at Willard B. Dean Field.
Here come the Carmel captains. We are ready the results of the
All right, gentlemen,
right
first
now.
order of business, we're going to introduce the officials. Mr. Benigno, headlinesman with the chain crew.
A little while here.
Mr. Morgan, umpire, plays behind the defense. And Mr. Strumke is your line judge. He's also the official timer. He will make every effort to coordinate all the time with the scoreboard, okay? If there's any question about time, it should be directed to him. He's the official man. I'm Mr. Longo. I'm your referee. All right, white visitors, red is the home team. Just one reminder before the coin toss. We're here to help you play this game. Any problems on this field will be directed to us, okay? So if you have any problem, make sure you come back. Right, Captain? All right, White's going to call. Who's going to call?
I'll call.
I'm going to flip it in the air. I'm going to hit the ground.
Heads.
Heads is the call. And we have to. Okay. Red has one to toss. And it's elected two. You're going to defer, okay? You're going to go on up. All right. Goal, you're going to defend. Put your back to your goal.
For that matter. And we're about to receive word on the toss.
And it is Carmel ball. Carmel wins the toss, and they elect to receive. And now they're shaking hands, and looks like they're all set to go.
Okay. Okay. So Carmel will receive, and their starters will be, hold on one moment. Their starters will be quarterback, number 14, John Guglielmo.
At wide receiver, number 24, Ben Ratcliffe. At running back, number 33, John Green. At tight end, looks like number 44, Wayne Terry. And we also have number 42, Tim Ryan. At guard, we have number 55, John Rose. At center, we have number 58, Vinny Pizzuto. At tackle, we have number 65, John Kalin. Number 68 at the other guard, Tom Savio. Another tackle, number 77, Chris Wolf. And number 84.
Okay, we're about to get underway. Scarsdale Raiders going to kick the ball. The kicker, Mike Cochran, about to kick. Number 40, Jason Kessler yelling the signals, and here we go. End over end kick at the 20-yard line, fielded by number 42. Breaks the tackle, breaks another one, and gets out to the 36-yard line. Returning the ball was number 42, Tim Ryan.
He had quite a hole there, but closed up pretty quickly.
Yeah, that Scarsdale Raider defense just unbelievable, especially on that kickoff. Grueling, absolutely grueling. Okay, the Raider defense. A terrific defense, and I wish I had the lineup, but we'll get to that in a minute. First offensive play of the game, number 14, the quarterback, John Guglielmo.
Hands off, and the runner gets to about 37 before he takes down. Swarming Raiders defense.
Gain of 1.
Gain of about 2 on the play for Carmel.
Pardon, gain of 2. He's got more information than we get. He being Carmel going to punt.
Number 12, Brian Kelly.
Number 21 will be the punter for Carmel.
That is Driver Shard.
What a name for a football player. Kick is a decent one. End over end, taking it to 43. Brought back over the 50 to midfield, over the 40. He's got some room. He gets down to the 35-yard line on about a 25.
Turn by Greg Now.
A turn by Greg Now.
Quite a play by Greg Knox there. They almost broke it. But he did a pretty good job anyway. Bringing it down to Carmel's 35-yard line.
The Raiders not known for their extreme speed and running ability, but the blockers just get out there and make those precious blocks, so that enables Knopp to get down to a 30-yard gain on a punt return. All right, here we go. Raiders' first turn on offense. Rich Stone is the quarterback.
He's been out for a few weeks with injuries, but he looks like he's back in tip-top shape.
Handoff. No, a fake.
Uh-oh.
He's in trouble. He rushes out. He throws it out of bounds. Attempted at to Greg Knopp, number 11, the split back, I guess. Nevertheless, the Raiders are working from a 2nd down and 10 from from Carmel's 36-yard line. With 10 minutes and 27 seconds to go, we have a time because of an incomplete pass, and we're ready to go again.
Don't get the ball. And
a quarterback fake. No,
he did hand off the ball.
Yes, he even faked us out. That's twice though Rich Stone's faked us out. He must practice that at home at night because he's really faking us out. If he can fake us out, he must be faking the defense
He is
out.
quite a faker, isn't he?
Yeah. quite a faker. He should try conning for a possible future endeavor. Nevertheless, the Raiders from the 28-yard line on a 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 3, pardon me. Oh, we don't know. The scoreboard's out again.
Pretty good turnout for today's game.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Nice ball. Laterals.
Abdul Steiner gets
Oh,
through,
quite
gets
a
the
hole.
hole, and gets about 5 yards.
Steiner, first down.
Down to the 28 for a Raider first down with 9 minutes, 29 seconds and counting on the clock in the first quarter. The Raiders are threatening.
Yes, they are, David.
Thank you for that confirmation, Danny.
No problem, David.
Hey, Jeremy, between plays, you gotta get, like,
First and 10 from the 24-yard line. Hands off. Oh, quite a hole. Gets to about the
understand?
17-yard line.
To about 2nd and 4 for the Raiders.
Richstone, who is out the past couple of weeks. We're not quite aware of his injury, but John DiRienzo played quarterback, and as a result, last week was the MVP of the game. Stone about ready to take the snap on 2nd down and 4 from the Carmel 18-yard line. 11 split end, Greg Knopf in motion. He pitches back to Abdul Steiner. Steiner gets a couple of yards, 5-yard gain down to the 15-yard line of Carmel.
Steiner out to about the 15-yard
That was a nice play by Steiner. Not really much there, but he made something out of that.
It's a shame the Raiders experiencing the loss of Larry Holloway to problems. Steiner had to take over, did not play football last year, is playing football again this year, and perhaps wants to impress some scouts later on, as he has impressed me with opening up holes that are not there and getting 5- and 6-yard gains consistently.
Uh-oh.
And we
Offside.
have a false
Mike C. offside
start.
on that play. He looked a little angry at himself, but too bad. As you were saying about Steiner, he had quite a game last week with 3 touchdowns, I believe. He was one of the candidates, one of the strong candidates for MVP, although, as you already said, John DiRienzo won it.
Yes, he was. A false start on the Raider offense. That'll take him back 5 yards on the junior, who is Mike Fee. New varsity player, played JV last year, had a mediocre season, now playing varsity.
He had quite a good season.
So he might have. Rich Stone takes the ball. He shovels it out to Knopf. Knopf in big trouble behind the line at the 20-yard line, taken down.
Knopf was crushed on that play. About 3 Carmel defensemen
About
just swarmed on him.
45 for the Raiders.
Well, that was really good. Follow up. Whatever English I'm trying to use. It was really good for the defense to come over and compensate. Thank you, Danny. It's
Time for the next play.
Pray for a lot on my part.
Oh, they're attempting the field goal.
That'll
The
be
lefty kicker,
that'll
Mike
be a
Cochran. He's all set. He had, oops, here we go. And it's up.
that
and
is a 36-yard field goal.
What a
Mike
field goal.
Cochran, the senior, a really pretty play. The Raiders are now in front 3-0. First quarter with 6:38 and a change of possession as the Raiders, Mike Cochran just kicked a 36-yard field goal, which is extremely rare for high school kickers. You find not many of them over 30 yards. Obviously, Coach Palladino has enough confidence in him to make that attempt at a 36-yard field goal.
Any high schooler who has a 36-yarder, there's quite a good kicker. That makes it. And of course, last week, he also had quite a game with 6 for 6 in the PhD column. You don't see that every day in high school football.
All right, now Chris Cochran ready to kick the ball off to Carmel. Number 40 again.
Kessler.
Jason Kessler will be calling the signal.
Not really a signal.
Yeah, more like a tee off or
More
what
like
that
one signal, actually, instead of one.
Is it one signal or
I
is it?
believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Here's the kick.
Uh-oh. Not
A terrible
not a
kick.
great kick.
That was
Carmel, number 33, takes it. Oh, quite a hole. Take it down at about the 42-yard line. And here comes the Raider defense onto the field.
that was about a 20-yard kickoff return.
John Green outside of the 42-yard line.
33, John Green on that return of Chris Cochran. Pardon, Mike Cochran's. I'm thinking, of course, of Chris Cochran, the great quarterback the Raiders had last year.
He was, I believe, what was it, all section or one of those all honors? All state?
All
Yes,
state.
it was all state.
I'm impressed.
Yes, actually, wait, I'll get to this in a moment. Handoff.
Number 42, the fullback.
Ooh. Ouch.
We learned that Chris Cochran last year got a scholarship to Cornell.
I don't believe it was a scholarship.
I doubt
But
it's
as I was saying, the number 7 for the Raiders was retired for 1 year because of Chris Cochran, all section 1986 performance. So yes, he was all section.
Nevertheless, number 42 on that run of about 2 yards. Tim Ryan looks like a short, stubby fullback. Handoff to number 39 around the end on a sweep.
Taken behind the line of scrimmage. Quite a play. Quite a takedown. That was impressive.
Number 80, Brian Garth.
Brian Garth took him down on that play, the senior. Okay, Carmel 6 to go right now. Oh, almost, I thought that was offside, but I guess the referee did not see it. Oh, a handoff, a pass, number 84, and taken down at about the first down marker.
First
That
down.
was a really pretty play by number 84, the tight end. He saw his quarterback was in a bit of trouble and came back, and as a result, he got a substantial gain for a
First down, yes?
first down. Yeah,
First.
about a 20-yard pass attempt.
We have about 4.5 minutes left in this quarter. The Stars are leading 3-0. And the Carmel offense breaks out of the huddle. Back. Tight end. And the handoff up the middle for a gain of about 4 yards.
Okay, that was your basic up-the-middle play. The Raiders converging on him well, keeping it the game minimum.
Stand with you by number 39, Greg
The
Murphy.
run was by number 39, Greg Murphy, who has not shown much in this season, but hopes to make an impression on the coach in today's game against the incredible Scarsdale Raiders defense.
And the handoff. Oh, yes, he is. He's almost taken down behind the line of scrimmage, but they got him at about the line of scrimmage.
The Raiders defense again showing how superlative they are on the rushing defense. They just converge as a unit on the running back and pummel him. It's now 3rd and 7, and the Raiders defense again showing that perhaps they can make it a third straight year for a bowl. Now 2-0.
Yes, they're even ranked in the top 20 in the state, Scarsdale. Okay, Guglielmo takes a snap, steps back for a pass, up the middle. Oh! Looks like he passed it to the referee there.
That's what I thought, but it was number 81.
Incomplete pass there to number 81.
81, Jim Wolf. No, I'm sorry, Mark Wager.
Now there's a name.
Yeah, that's some name. Nevertheless, it was a poorly thrown pass at his knees. He couldn't do much with it.
And he was also blocked, of course, by the referee.
Yeah,
Who we thought himself was ball.
was the receiver in fact, but yet was not.
Brian Kelly and Greg Knopp are back to receive the punt here on 4th down. The punter is, I don't know quite now who the punter is, but
He's a good punter.
I've heard good things about him. And he's back, and the punt, quite a line drive, taken by Knopp. No, yes, Knopp. And he fouls out to about the 34-yard line.
There's a slight injury.
Punter,
in
yes,
limping.
as we said before, is Driver Shaw.
Number 77 limping on the, got hit.
That's Mike V, I believe.
No, I'm from Carmel. He got
I'm
hit
sorry.
Chris Wolf.
Okay.
Chris Wolf limping off the field. Looked like he might have suffered a slight injury.
It doesn't look too bad, though. He got off on his own.
Nevertheless, the Raiders once again have just about had about 6 or 7 or even 8 minutes on offense, and once again starting again because of that great defense.
Uh-oh. Offside. Yes.
Flags
That was
flying
Greg
everywhere.
Knopp offsides on the play. Too bad because the Raiders yeah.
Well, the Raiders suffering, that's, I believe, their second penalty for 20 yards. No, I'm sorry, that's 10 yards. Both offsides or false start penalties on those offensive lines, one by number 77, Mike Fee, and this one on the other tackle.
In the background, you hear the Scarsdale Raider varsity cheerleader.
Continuing that Raider tradition of terrific cheerleading.
Quite a team there. Oh, okay, and the handoff up the middle. Taken after about a 1-yard gain.
I would
The play was by
Second and about 11.
John D'Arienzo on the play.
I was just going to say, that didn't look like a 1-yard gain. It was actually a 1-yard loss. Just bad, one of the few times you'll see bad blocking on the part of the Raider offensive line.
D'Arienzo, of course, returning to his old position in the backfield. Well, as a fullback, of course, not as quarterback, where he's been playing the past few weeks with great success. Okay, Stone is now, of course, the quarterback again. Put back in motion. That's Knopp, of course. Lateral. Around, that's Steiner around the side. Oh, almost breaks it, but he's taken down at about the 36-yard line. After a gain of 4.
Steiner.
I know you hear about this comparison made from back to back, but Steiner looks to me is not like a big guy, but he looks like a fast running back, a kind of tailback who can really break open the sweep for substantial gains of 10 or 15 yards. The rest of the Raiders backs are basically just up the middle fullbacks who just muscle their way in. Steiner, a little bit of the opposite, just goes around the outside for a sweep of 10 yards.
Okay. Stone takes it. Oh, back for the pass. He chucks it up the middle. Oh, what a completion. Mark Bavaro style. Pass from Stone to Jeff Kenny. Take it down at about the 45. Good for a first down. Quite a reception.
Oh, indeed. That ball was really thrown well, and 45 number, we don't have a 45, but the receiver made a terrific play on holding that ball for quite a substantial gain of about 15 yards and the Raider first down with 41 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Okay. Stone takes snap. Hands off to D'Arienzo. Taken down after a gain of 3 or 4. He almost faked me out again there.
Yeah, so
My.
He must really practice with those fakes because he's making me out, I'll tell you that much.
You see much more of those fakes in high school and college football than you do in the pros.
Yeah,
And it happens to be very successful.
an avid sports fan nowadays recognizes that obviously professional football not being played out due to the strike. So in order to get their weekly supply of football, they'll turn to college football and high school football. At the end of the first quarter, the Raiders leading 3-0. Nevertheless, getting back to what I was saying before, the fans will get back to high school and college football and will recognize the difference, substantial difference between professional football and amateur football.
Although I am an avid pro sports fan myself. And since the first quarter here, Raiders have the ball. First down, you know.
As I wanted to finish my thought, you'll see that there's a difference between college football to professional football and college basketball to professional basketball. College basketball is much more like the professional sport. The athletes are very much more well-developed and good basketball players. Football is differently played. You'll see, especially in high school and college football, an offense set with 3 running backs instead of 2 or even 1. And that's very popular. The Raiders now posting 3 running backs in this set.
Okay, they're in the I formation. All set, and it's a handoff up the middle. Oof. Taken down at about the 49-yard line.
Okay, again, the 3 running backs in the back, and that was just an up the middle. That's what the Raiders will do to you, unless they have Abdul Steiner running the ball most of the time. They'll just muscle yards up the middle and use their blockers.
As you can see, Stone does not call the plays himself. Each free play, he takes the plays from head coach Palladino.
Not very common that you see high school team quarterbacks calling their own plays, and Scarsdale, like every other.
Handoff up middle, quite a hole. Out to about a gain of about 9 yards, out to the 40-yard line. Good for a first down.
Once again, Steiner using his speed and agility to get down the field for a gain before the Carmel backs, especially linebackers, can see what's happening, and they had to compensate for the defensive line.
All right, we're all set to go again. Short huddle. Okay. Carmel looks like they want to tackle some Raiders here. And another handoff up the middle again. Good for a gain of 5 yards. That was Abdul Steiner again. Again, he made something out of nothing.
Yeah, kind of reminded the good old days of last year when Larry Holloway was rushing the ball. And he just seemed to do that. He was a Joe Morris type hunter where he broke one at least once a game for 60 or 70 yards, which boosted his per carry average. And he just used Abdul Steiner using that speed to get where he gets, and really no muscle involved at all.
All right, back in the I formation again. It seems like they're using the same formation in this entire set of downs. Oh, finds a hole. Beautiful play, beautiful. Out to about the 25-yard line. Dirienzo on the carry. That was beautiful. He started going up the middle, and then he found the hole, and of course he moved off of it, and he got it for about a gain of 10.
Once again, John Dirienzo showing his actual neededness towards this Raider team. Didn't have much of a hole. He cut back a little and went through for a gain of about 7 yards to make it first down, second down and 5, and the Raiders threatening again in the second quarter, leading 3-0.
Handoff. Steiner up the middle. Oh, and a penalty on the play. Flag on the play. He gets out to about the 17-yard line now. Steiner and Dirienzo are having quite days for themselves already.
Yeah,
I'm very impressed.
They really are. We haven't seen Jason Kessler run the ball yet. He didn't run the ball very well last week, or didn't rush the ball very often last week. And they're basically using the 2 seniors, Dirienzo and Steiner.
All right, the penalty here on against Scarsdale. Excuse me. Brings him out to the 33-yard line. The ball is holding, I believe.
Yes, it was holding.
Against the Raiders. Not quite sure what number because we don't have an announcement system for the referees here like they do in college and pro stadiums, which they're used to.
The third penalty by the Raiders, offense and offensive line.
Okay, we have Dirienzo, and behind him in the I formation, of course, Abdul Steiner. Handoff to Dirienzo, up the middle again. Taken down at about the 30-yard line by Carmel.
It's funny, Dan. It looks like finally, that's a chuckle. It looks like finally the Carmel defense is beginning to key on Dirienzo and Steiner, and their gains are not as substantial as they were towards the middle of the first quarter.
Yes, but they're still gaining about 5 yards per play, which is quite sufficient.
Oh, definitely.
I think it would be a great play if the Raiders pulled off a pass right now, because past about 6 or so plays, all they've done is handoff or lateral. So let's see what they do here. Okay. On the plays. Oh, yes, quite a play by myself. The pass, yes, touchdown, Raiders. Jeff Kenny on the reception. Yes, they pulled it off, just like I said. The fake handoff, and the pass into the left side of the end zone. Reception by Jeff Kenny.
You know, the reason why I admire John Madden so much is because he tends to pick out the little people who make the big plays. And on that play was, again, the offensive line. We gave him the time, and if we had a CBS chalkboard or something, we would use it. But, again, we're a very small operation here at Scarsdale High School.
Take my joke. Okay. All set for the PAT here. It's up, and it is. Good. Raiders now up 10-0. Raiders fans are quite happy right now, quite at peace with themselves. And we have a lot of people here today. Brand new features this year, quite filled with adults, and on the side we have, looks like almost the whole school. Wow.
Yes, there are a lot of people. Again, the Raiders leading 10-0 with 8:10 to go in the second quarter.
One more touchdown, and this could turn into, I don't know, almost a romp.
Channel 36.
We just got that message. We are not Cable 3 broadcasters. We are Channel 36 broadcasters. And it will indeed be seen. This is being taped, and you will probably see us 4 days after the fact.
Yes, I agree. Oh, a kick on the ground. Don't ask me why. And taken and tackled at about the 40-yard line. I don't know, a weird play. You usually see that towards the end of the game when a team who has a big lead, when they kick off, and they kick it off on the ground, it prevents a big return, although they sacrifice yards on the kickoff.
Yeah, that's the script kick, and it's beyond me why they did that. However, Mike Cochran might have just decided as he was approaching the ball, hey, what the heck?
Or he might have, of course, screwed up.
We're having fun out here. Football is not education any longer. Oh, a long pass, completion, 50-yard.
Oh my God! Taken down at the 10-yard line. Wow! How many yards did that travel in the air?
50. That ball was thrown about 40 yards. He took it another 10. A terrific play. Caught the Raider defensive back sleeping.
Oh my! Caught me sleeping. I missed the beginning of that play.
Well, I picked it up quite well. In fact, what happened was it was just a simple play. The defensive backs were sleeping. Weren't expecting a long bomb. They were expecting what Carmel has been doing for the duration of the game. Just
not been much.
Not been much running the ball for small gains.
Okay. Handoff around the side. Oh, break the tackle. And it is. Gets to about the 3-yard line. He's almost taken down at the line of scrimmage, but he broke the tackle. And had a gain of about 7 yards.
Number 39 made a terrific tackle. Great block. That was Greg Murphy just opening a hole for the running back, who got a gain of about 10 yards.
Okay.
Down to the Raider
3-yard line.
2-yard line or 3-yard line.
Deep in the red zone now, the Raiders. Looks like it's time for a goal line stand. Let's see if they can pull it off. Handoff. Oh, taken down. Uh-oh. Almost a fight, but no. No touchdown. Taken down at about the line of scrimmage. That was quite a play. It looked like he almost fell. I don't know. Or he was trying to dive in, but that's quite a dive. You'd have to be Superman to make it that way.
Exactly. You know, I'm one for surprises, and I would be surprised if Carmel called a good call and called some kind of a screen pass. The Raiders call a timeout. The reason I say this is the Raiders are superlative on rush defense, and not that they lack, but they're just not as good at the passing defense as picking it up. I think if he threw an out, screen pass to one of his split ends or tight ends.
Of course, timeout taken by Carmel right now. Keep it posted.
I would be very surprised if that was called. However, I think it would be a terrific play.
Yes, I think so. Well, it would be a terrific play if it was a touchdown. But of course, if it didn't work, it would be quite a lousy play, I think.
Yeah.
That's of course those you know, ex post facto, you look at it after the play and you say, oh, what a crummy play.
Yeah.
But of course, if it had been a touchdown, you say, oh my, what a fabulous play.
Yeah, it's kind of like calls like Davy Johnson putting in Bill Allman in a crucial situation to Vince hit, and the man is hitting 220. But
Of course, sorry.
that's baseball, and the Mets were eliminated.
Of course, by now that you're watching this, the Mets season have been over.
Right.
And right now, we've just
Doing nothing, no professional sports in New York at this time except for the Mets and the Yankees playing out along and from his
all right, the handoff up the middle, and he looks like he might be in, but no, I'm sorry. Gets out of the 2-yard line. Quite a play by the Raiders. Tim Ryan on this carry there. Raiders, wow, they look strong. Don't you think?
You know, I really got to believe that rushing up the middle at this point is a big mistake and is just not going to give your team anything. Against basically any team, a goal line stand will prevent up the middle unless he can manage to hurdle the Raider defensive line.
Yes, because they're quite a monster.
Oh, yes. And you have to call either a sweep or some kind of a passing play.
Okay. They have the same formation as starts on the formation. Handoff. Up the middle, off the side. Oh, not even a touchdown. Wow, those Raiders. Taken again by Tim Ryan. And the Raiders' goal line stand was quite a success. My, oh my.
What a stellar job by the Raider defense. They gave up that huge pass of 50 yards to get the Carmel Rams down to the 10-yard line. Gave up another good rush, and now they're measuring the ball for a first down, and the Raiders have just hung tough here at making the goal line stand at about the 3-yard line.
And it is no first down. Short by a few inches, and the Raiders quite a performance. My.
Oh, indeed.
Now it is Raiders ball, and they'll take over at about their 2-yard line, or 1.5-yard line.
Well,
let's see what they can do. Let's see how strong that Raiders defense offense really is. Let's see what they can do from here.
You know what? I expect some kind of a pass play. I don't expect a running situation. I think Stone is a good enough quarterback to have perception of the pocket and to know if he's being rushed.
Well, let's see right here. He's quite peaceful. And, yes, he takes it and no, he hands off. Well, you were wrong, Dave.
I guess so. You know, analysts aren't always right, but again, there's a penalty, and the rush
was a late hit on the play.
wasn't a good hit.
Player's slow to get up, but no, but he's okay.
But the Raiders apparently get a late hit, luckily saving them from second down and what looks like to be 8 situation. A 15-yard penalty on a late hit by Carmel.
Wow, that helped the Raiders. I guess we won't see quite the team. I guess we won't see, you know, them in there performing out of their goal line, but, you know.
When they start to move down, when the ball moves, tell me when.
Carmel just has to start doing things right. On defense, they've been pretty erratic. They haven't stopped the run well. They haven't really stopped the pass, although it hasn't been tried that often. They're really going to have to bear down and give the Raiders a fight.
Okay, Stone. Handoff. No, he's taking. No, it's a handoff. My, he is faking me out today. I don't know. I don't know.
Dan, perhaps in the second half when I will be doing the play-by-play, it'll get a little bit better, and perhaps I'm just joking. Dan, my good
That's
buddy.
what friends are for.
Danny Ecker, my good buddy. Although he did make a mistake on that play, he's still my good buddy.
Yes, of course, but I did make that correct call on the Raiders touchdown. And you made that incorrect play when you said that the Raiders might pass it and they handed it off. So,
Dan, let's not
okay,
fight.
I'm sorry.
We're on television.
Okay, the handoff up the middle. Taken by D'Arienzo. Wow. He takes it for about 6 yards with a man on him. Wow, with that strength. What do you think, Dave?
You know, I think I should just get a tape recorder and just play rush by D'Arienzo of 5 to 10 yards, because basically that's what's happening. The Raiders are just rushing up the middle at this point with D'Arienzo and Steiner and just getting yards at will.
Okay, and the Raiders got a first down on that play. Okay. Let's go. Handoff. Finds a hole. Oh, works off it. Steiner. stiff arm. Oh, a penalty. Another penalty.
I think that'll be a face mask on Steiner.
It looks that way. He was stiff arming, but it looks like he, of course, accidentally hit him in the mask.
That's what it is. It's a face mask on number 28, Abdul Steiner, on the stiff arm of the sweep.
That will hurt the Raiders, but I think they're strong enough to overcome.
Oh, yeah. Again, Carmel's just not functioning well on defense. They're not anticipating well. And it's really a question to me as to why they're not anticipating well. It's not like the Raiders are throwing 30 plays out of the book at them. They're throwing maybe 2 or 3 basic plays at them, rushes up the middle, sweeps. And Carmel is just not anticipating and not pursuing well.
Okay, time's in. Oh, about 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in this first half. Raiders, of course, have to score in this half, but next half, they receive the ball on the kickoff. For all you amateur football fans. Takes up the middle. Oh, almost breaks the big hole, but he's taken down at about the 27 or 28 yard line.
There
The
again,
carry by Abdul Steiner again.
the credit has to go to that offensive line because the hole there, they could have had a rhinoceros carry the ball through that hole. I mean, that's how big it was. No kidding. There was about 5 yards between.
Even William Perry might have made it.
William Perry would have definitely made it.
And he is quite a rhinoceros
Oh,
himself.
quite a big man, William Perry. Of course, he's getting bigger now that he's sitting on his tush doing nothing and eating. But nevertheless, we're talking about Scarsdale Raiders High School football. This is David Jaffe along with Danny Esker, Cable 36, bringing you Scarsdale Raiders football from Willard B. Dean Field. The Raiders winning 10-0 with 3:09 left in the second quarter and a 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. Pardon,
Okay,
second and
taking it from
20
there
for the
about their
Raiders.
26-yard line. Okay. The fake, and then they hand it off to Mike V. Greg Knopp. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Greg Knopp takes it to about the 35-yard line. Getting back to quite a funny story here. It's in reference to William Perry. I heard a few days ago about this high schooler who weighs about 450 pounds, and they friends call him the Iceberg.
Well, ever since the refrigerator came along, they've been giving these affectionate names to huge people. The refrigerator, the icebox, the kosher connection, anything you wish. That's being Bruce Messner.
No, excuse me. Bruce Messner, oh, we'll get back to that in a minute. Okay, back, oh, another flag on the play. Back to pass, taken out, oh, fumble. Picked up by Carmel. Carmel ball, but let's see what the penalty is. Some confusion right now, let's see.
All right, the problem with that is none of the Raiders really got open. Stone had to run to his left, which is his bad side.
Oh, and the penalty was against Scarsdale. Carmel, of course, declines the penalty, and it's their ball at the 33-yard line of the Raiders. Now let's see what the Raiders defense can do. They seem quite tired because the Raiders offense didn't seem to have the ball for that long.
Well, it's funny. They lost yardage, they gained yardage, they lost yardage, and still they had an effect on that Carmel defense.
Okay, fake handoff, back to pass, uh-oh. Sees an open man, throws it. Oh, wow! Penalty, oh my. Oh, the fans are unhappy, as you can hear.
I got to tell you, that was just one of the most remarkable passes I've ever seen by a high school quarterback. That could not have been more perfect. It was right in his hands in front of the receiver and the defensive back, but I have to say I really don't agree with that call.
I think you're exaggerating just a bit there. Of course, it was a beautiful pass, but I mean, I have seen better in my life.
I haven't. Nevertheless, about the penalty, I really disagree with it. I thought that as soon as... Okay, I'm glad you concur.
That's an SAT word, of course.
Of course, and we being the juniors that we are have to study these SAT words.
There are personal fans right there.
Two of them, all two of them.
No. It's just like some of them are hiding right there.
Oh yeah, you're right. I saw some of them bending around the tree before.
Okay, and it looks like the Raiders cheerleaders have a cheer all set for us. No, a decoy.
Yes, they are. I can see it in the distance. Nevertheless,
okay. Back to the play.
The broadcast.
Lateral Wow, a lateral. Barrows, the 3 yard, 2.5 yard line. That was a lateral. That was about a 10-yard lateral. Usually the lateral is maybe 4 yards. Carried by Tim Ryan. Tim Ryan seems to be quite their running back.
That's, I'll tell you, that lateral looked more like a pass than 20 yards backwards.
I couldn't believe that. As soon as he got the ball, he lateraled it, and he must have lateraled that, what, 15 yards?
30, 40 yards. It was an unbelievable lateral.
He lateraled it across the field, I think. Oh, Raiders call timeout, and the referee dropped the penalty. Wasn't a little scaredness to go through the people.
It's a timeout for the Raiders.
Yes, and now he picked up his flag.
Nope.
Was that a penalty?
It was a penalty.
Yes,
indeed.
it was a penalty. He did not drop it. He did throw it. I'm sorry.
That was on the unnecessary roughness of pass interference on the Raiders, and that got them down to the goal line. Where now the Carmel Rams now stand first down and 10, first down and goal, I should say, in the Raider 5-yard line with 1 minute 22 seconds to go. Carmel down by 10 points, 10-0, looking for a score here.
Dick Palladino running off the field. All right, the lateral, another lateral, just the same. Touchdown, Carmel, Tim Ryan again on the play. That looked like deja vu of the last big game.
Definitely. The Raiders were beaten. They did not anticipate well. It was a simple run up the middle by number 42. There's Tim Ryan. And the Raiders are now looking at a game. Before, it looked like they were dominating, not necessarily by the scoreboard, but just on-field performance. Now, the scoreboard tells us a different story. It's 10-6. Carmel ready to kick an extra point to be down by 3. Okay. The kicker is ready to attempt this point after. Kick is up. It is good.
Extra point is no good.
Oh, sorry. It's no good. It's wide.
Oh, wow. That could be a major factor later on in the game, as the score now is 10-6, which means that, let's say when we get down to the final moments of the game and Carmel wants to go for field goal, they can't, if they're down, because they missed the extra point. Well, that has come back to haunt many a team in their lifetime, in their lifespan. Yes.
Football, with not an avid fan, football looks like a team that a game that has high-scoring games, 7 points for a score. You'd think that it was dominated by a team who won, but not true. A point after miss can really hurt a team in the final minutes of a game when they need to score that touchdown rather than kick the field goal to either tie or go ahead. Now with 1 minute 22 seconds left, a change of possession on the Carmel touchdown and missed the extra point. The Raiders up 10-6 with 1:22 left in the first half. Carmel kicking the ball to the Raiders.
Oh my, check this out. The one of the Raiders coaches seems quite angry, and he's yelling at one of the referees. Okay, all set to kick off, and a kickoff. A pretty good kick out to about the 13-yard line. Taken. Oh, and he's taken back. Ooh,
what a great tackle by number 75.
That is, no.
That is...
Matt Deschamps is on the carry,
Jem
taken
Warren.
down by Jim Ward.
Jem, that's
Jem.
J-E-M, a strange name, but nevertheless a name. Jem Warren, a really terrific tackle. He just leveled Matt Deschamps.
They've heard fine things around this section about that Jem Warren.
So, Matt Deschamps pretty much leveled. I'm just joking around about the pronunciation. It's Deschamps. It looks to be French. His friends like to call him Des.
Oh, play taken by number 28 from the Raiders. Abdul Steiner. Stiff arm takes to about the 39-yard line. A nice gain by Steiner. Okay.
Raiders approaching the ball, getting ready for their second down and 3, apparently.
Stone takes it. Oh my. Hands it off to
number 40, Jason Kessler.
Jason Kessler.
That was Kessler's first carry of the half. zero game. He was just stopped cold at the line of scrimmage.
He, of course, another junior.
Yeah, he's a good running back. He really is. He doesn't get the attempts he should because he is, in fact, a junior, but should next year take over what is now John DiRienzo's role in the Raider offense and continue the tradition of really terrific and scintillating Raider running back.
My, that's a mouthful. He reminds me of Maurice Carson of the New York Giants. How he's an excellent runner, yet he is overshadowed and he really doesn't get that much of a chance to run. And he's quite a fine blocking back, but he's overshadowed, of course, by the one, the only, the great Joe Morris.
Yeah, of course.
Who is right now probably just like doing nothing and should be practicing. But
Carrying pickets.
that's not our issue. That's not our issue. Did you know that Giants and the Jets are playing in a game this Sunday of touch football in a parking lot somewhere in New Jersey?
You know something? I'm eagerly awaiting that game.
Oh, yes. Tickets are on sale at Ticketron, $19.95 a piece. Yes, that's quite expensive.
Wait, we have word. The Scarsdale High School Raiders spokesman has declared a possible strike on the part of the high school football players, and the principals are not happy.
Well, back to the field of play. Okay, all set to go. Hands off. Oh wow, Jason Kessler. There we go, just like we said. Takes it a gain of about, I don't know, maybe 13 yards. Takes the Carmel 48-yard line.
And that, my friends, is the first half, ending on a good note with Jason Kessler, the junior running back, making a good run of 20 yards.
And the Raiders cheerleaders all set to take the field to show off their stuff.
Well then, we've seen an interesting half where the Raiders are on top 10-6. It's basically, I really shouldn't say interesting, it's been quite a boring half. In fact, it's been the same every single play, running up the middle basically for the Raiders. The Carmel Rams not compensating on that and not doing well. We should hopefully see a more exciting half in the second half. Dan, what are your feelings about this game?
Well, I think that the Raiders, although the score is 10-6, I think the Raiders are pretty much in charge of this game right now. They've not some nice drives, they have some great defense, although they just haven't pulled off the scoring. I mean, if they did not have such a fine defensive core to score right now, it might be quite different. Carmel might be up maybe 13-6 with another touchdown.
You know, we being the Scarsdale Sisters that we are, we're kind of spoiled by the Raiders' past performances. When we entered the school, the Raiders did not have a terrific varsity team. Coach Palladino came in and took the team to a bowl game, a disappointing loss to North Rockland 2 years in a row in that bowl game, but he's done a remarkable job coaching and has really spoiled the Scarsdale High School students with the remarkable play of the Scarsdale High School varsity football team. Now, in today's game, we're saying that, well, the Raiders are not playing well. But the fact is, compared to any other high school team, they're playing a really good game, a consistent game, and we're just spoiled. What are your feelings on that?
Getting back to Palladino's job, I think he's done excellent considering the fact that, of course, we said he's missing Larry Holloway, a perennial running back, quite an awesome running back. Even as a junior last year, he was all you can describe him as awesome. And also, Greg Pickett, one of the captains, he's also quite an excellent player. He was injured at football camp this summer, and he is not available to play this year.
It's really a shame because two of the top Raiders players of years past have been Jeff Kenny and Craig Pickett. And both of them have severe knee problems, and as a result, it hampers their play just a little bit.
Scarsdale Raider football. Cable 36 presents varsity football. The White Plains Tigers versus the Scarsdale Raiders at Willard B. Dean Field.
I'm Dan Ecker here along with David Jaffe for a tremendous rivalry here between White Plains and the Raiders.
Okay, the Raiders start off the season at 6-0 in the league play and 8-0 overall. White Plains 5-0 in league play, 5-1 overall. Their only loss coming to Roosevelt, the 6th-ranked team in the state, last weekend only by 3 points.
Roosevelt's also the #1 ranked team in the section here, so that means that the White Plains is actually a very strong team. This should be quite a matchup today.
Okay, what we're looking at here is the bowl games, and they're coming up. Scarsdale, I'm told, is into a bowl game regardless of the outcome of today's game. Now, Scarsdale is 15th in the state, and whether they win or not will determine who they play in the bowl game. White Plains must win today in order to give themselves a bowl berth, and like I said, regardless of what happens today, Scarsdale is in a bowl game. We are now awaiting the player introductions. We're watching the bands now. This should prove to be an unbelievable game. A lot of people are here. It was advertised in the Scarsdale Inquirer this week, and we're expecting a tremendous outcome to see the final game of the season, and basically a final, or shall we say, occasion for the SHS leaving seniors in their last regular season game.
Okay. All right, our seniors are number 9 at the quarterback, Rich Stone. At number 11, Greg Knopp, another senior at free safety. Number 12, Brian Kelly, another free safety. Marcus Ekblom, number 22 at center. Abdul Steiner, number 28. He's an excellent back.
Yeah.
Captain John D'Arienzo, number 35. He played quarterback in the beginning of the season when Stone was hurt, but now he's back in the backfield. At number 36, Ricky Palladino, son of Coach Palladino. Number 49, Jeff Kenny. Another captain, Dave Bosian, is number 51. Number 52, Dan Savelson. He's at tackle. No, he's at linebacker. Joe Rogliano, number 56. Captain Josh Silverman is number 58. Number 62, Greg Anastas. Number 65, Matt Karp. Philip Masboud is number 66. Craig Pickett, who's not playing, although he is captain. He injured himself during the summer. Malcolm Falls, number 72. Steve Henkind, number 75. Tim Sheehan, number 76. Number 80, Brian Garf. And number 89, Brian Leventhal.
As well as Mike Cochran playing kicker, number 3, and Roy Tadalagari at number 5. Now we have the officials' names. Referee today is Mike Nicholas. The umpire is Tom Barone. The head linesman is John Palacio, and the field judge is Hugh Campbell. A good team of referees we have today. We are now again awaiting the introductions here. We've read off to you the seniors who this will be their last game at Scarsdale High School. And we're awaiting what should be a really exciting game. Two really well-rounded teams, both defensive-oriented, however, have good offenses. Like I said, Scarsdale is ranked 15th in the state. White Plains, I'm not sure of their ranking, but if they only lost to Roosevelt by 3 points, Roosevelt being the number 16 in the state, then you know that they are one of the top teams in the state. So we await an exciting game, and waiting for everybody to start here. Things going a little slowly, a little behind schedule.
Right now you're watching the Tigers in their huddle, getting ready to get to action. Things are going a little slow right now.
We just received word that White Plains is ranked number 29th in the state. So again, you're seeing really what should be a really terrific game here this afternoon on a beautiful day. It's about 62 or 63 degrees. Couldn't be better weather for a football game. I'm sure the players are happy about that, not having to play in the cold and all. Number 15 versus number 29th in the state, Scarsdale versus White Plains. You're watching Ron Bouchier, the head of the sports department here at Scarsdale High School. He's in a lot of ways responsible for the high school's success in football the past 3 years.
Also, the success is mostly due to Coach Palladino. He brought this team
Will the student with the list
he made this team into what it is today.
Truly,
Past 3 years, they've only lost one game, and they've been to 2 bowl appearances. They're destined for another one. So,
when you talk about Dick Palladino, you have to talk about the fact that he took a Scarsdale. That's Ari Sherwood, one of the cameramen, by the way. You have to talk about the fact that the Scarsdale Raiders were not a good football team before he came. They were mediocre at best. Every time they played White Plains, it was really kind of a downer. However, the past 2 seasons, this being the third, Scarsdale has really had an edge over White Plains. And it's all due to the man you're watching now, Dick Palladino, down on the field. He took a team, like I said, from mediocrity to superlative. They've really become a terrific team now, ranked 15th in the state. So a lot of credit should go to that man who you're now watching, Dick Palladino.
most of the credit, I would think.
Scarsdale Raiders not a big team. They're not strong in any way, shape, or form, but they just managed to win ball games. It's Palladino's coaching that really does it. He's a terrific coach, a general, you might say, and he really has done a fine job here at Scarsdale High School.
Well, Raiders aren't really that small of a team. I mean, they do have some bulk on the line with Bosian and a number of other players.
That's true. They really take a lot of pride in their offensive line, who have been stable.
Oh, they've been excellent this year.
As well as past years. They have a weight program, and Palladino makes sure they're on it, and as a result, the quarterbacks have had time to pass, and the running backs have had blocks to move.
Yes, especially the running backs. That's D'Arienzo and Steiner have had excellent seasons. The line has been opening up holes all year for them,
It's true.
as I'm sure you'll see this season.
It's true, and
This
when you
game.
talk about the running backs, you have to, of course, mention Larry Holloway, who was here last year and was voted to second team in the state as a junior. And the Raiders have really picked up the slack as much as they could have in this situation. The offensive line bulked up. They're a really tremendous offensive line, opening holes for both Steiner, D'Arienzo, and sometimes even Knopp. And getting to another important player on the team is Greg Knopp. He's the split end. He is really, in the game we saw against Fox Lane, he really played very well, catching a number of clutch passes, taking a couple of runs.
He had an interception, I believe, didn't he?
He did on defense, too.
He's all over the place on defense.
Yeah. Most of the Scarsdale players will be on both teams. Knopp, one of them, split end and a defensive back, just playing remarkably well this season. We're now watching the twirlers of the Scarsdale High School twirlers doing a fine job this year. I believe they haven't dropped the baton in about
3.5 years, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a record. I'm not
Remarkable
sure what
record.
kind of record, but it is a record.
Remarkable record. You're watching
An
number
excellent
9.
group.
Number 9, Rich Stone, the quarterback, and number 77, I believe,
Mike B. Both deep in thought.
Yeah. Pondering what's going to be of this game. It's a very important game for Scarsdale. It's pride on the line.
Both of those players they both have they're both very important figures in the Scarsdale Raiders team.
Mike B really leading the pack of two. He's a good player. He's strong. He's stable. Rich Stone, the quarterback, done very well this season. Out the first couple of games, but he's come back and
Hello,
led his
ladies
team
and
to
gentlemen,
victory.
and welcome to the final home stand for the 1987-88
In the background you hear the
football
announcer
season.
on the microphone. That's David Feinstein announcing the lineup.
And now the starting lineups.
We're going to have the seniors announced right now.
From White Plains High School,
White Plains. David Feinstein.
at a wide receiver, Number 12, Derek Jenkins.
At wide receiver number 12, Derek Jenkins.
Number 16, Jeff Lombino.
Number 16, Jeff Lambino, also I believe at wide receiver.
Number 18, John Peoples.
John Peoples.
Number 20, Glenn Belton.
Number 20, Ali Ash.
Number 23, Andre Hunter.
Andre Hunter. Number 23.
Number 27, Steve Daly.
Number 27, Steve Daly. Daly on varsity 3 years,
Number
3 here,
50,
playing baseball as
Chris
well.
Thomas.
Number 50, Chris Thomas. 2 years on the varsity team.
Number 53, Mike Bennett.
53, Mike Dennis.
Number 66, Wayne Webb.
Number 66, Wayne Webb.
Number 74, Rondell Jackson.
Number 74, Rondell Jackson. 4 years on the varsity
And
team.
number 77, George Rooks.
Ruffy Rooks. George Rooks, number 77.
White Plains High School football team.
And the rest of the White Plains High School football team ranked 29th in the state, having a good season.
That's number 29.
If they win this ball game, they could be ranked anywhere from 28th to 21st, regardless
Home game.
of any kind of score. They would be ranked.
It's the last home game here at Dean Field for the Raiders this year. The next game will be the bowl game. And now they're about to announce the Scarsdale Raiders starting team. Number 3, Mike Cochran.
Playing kicker, he's had a great year. We saw him kicking 33-yard field goal.
35-yard field goal.
35.
Number 9, the quarterback, Rich Stone. A favorite here.
Number 11, Greg Knopp.
Greg Knopp, number 11.
As we said,
As we discussed, he's an excellent player.
Number 12, Brian Kelly.
Number 12, Brian Kelly. He's a senior.
Number 22, Marcus Ekblom.
Marcus Ekblom, number 22. He's been hurt for some of the season. He's back, one of the seniors.
Number 28, Abdul Steiner.
Number 28, Abdul Steiner, the back.
Number 34, Matt Schnitzler.
Matt Schnitzer, number 34. He's a junior. Excellent player. Well, sure he'll be excellent next
Number
year also.
45, Captain John D'Orienzo.
Captain John D'Orienzo, number 35.
Number 36, Ricky Palladino.
Number 36, the coach's son, Ricky Palladino.
Number 49, Jeff Kenny.
Jeff Kenny, number 39.
49,
49, excuse me. He's a big person.
Captain,
big boy.
number 51,
Another captain, number 51, Dave Bostian. He leads the line. He's in charge of the line. He's another large person.
number 52, Dan Salveson.
Dan Salveson, number 52.
Number 56, Joe Gagliano.
Joe Rogliano, number 56. He's a senior.
Also captain, number 58, Josh Silverman.
Josh Silverman, number 58. He has had a good year. He's a strong person also. He's one of the top Raider benchers in the weight room.
Greg Anastas.
Number 62, Greg Anastas, enjoying a good year as well. his last home game here at Scarsdale High School.
He hasn't played quite as much as we thought he would this year, but he's still gotten some good playing time. Number 65, Matt Karp, running out now. He looks pretty psyched.
Philip Massbound.
Number 66, Philip Massbud.
Also a captain. Number 70, Craig Pickett.
Number 70, Craig Pickett, also a captain. He will not be playing today. He's had a number of knee problems over
Number
the
72,
season.
Malcolm Falls.
Malcolm Falls. He's a big kid as well.
Number 75, Steve Hankine.
Steve Hankine, the Hanker, number 75.
He is one of the inspirational leaders of this Raider football team.
Number 76, Tim Sheehan.
Number 76, Tim Sheehan, another senior. He's a good player. Plays on the line.
Garth.
Number 80, Brian Garf. He's also a very good basketball player. Senior.
Number 89, Brian Leventhal.
Number 89, Brian Leventhal, also a senior.
And rounding out the seniors, number 5, Roy Padlanhari.
Roy Padalahari, number 5, is rounding out the seniors.
Your 1987 undefeated state ranked Scarsdale.
And here are the number 15 ranked Scarsdale Raiders.
As you can see, they're quite pumped up for this game.
You know-
For good reason. An intense rivalry.
You know, all week long, it's been running throughout the school, everybody anticipating this important game. Scarsdale's always felt that they've had something to prove against this White Plains team, and here we hear the Star Spangled Banner. Scarsdale Raider Band playing the Star Spangled Banner.
With their new uniforms. Quite colorful uniforms.
They're happy about it, I'll tell you that.
Led by Dr. Albright.
He's been the mainstay here at Scarsdale High School for a long, long, long time.
Nice to see you. Okay, gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to my fellow officials. Son, could you move back a little? Thank you. Mr. Barone, he's the umpire. He's behind the defensive line. Mr. Campbell, he is the field judge. He has the official time, which will be on the field. We'll try to keep the time as close as we can to the scoreboard, but the official time is on the field. Mr. Palacio is the head linesman. He'll be by the down box. Gentlemen, as captains, we want you to make sure you talk to your guys, keep them in order. The only thing we accept out here is good, hard, clean football without any exceptions. Okay? On penalties, if you do not understand my options, ask me to repeat them until you understand them. I will repeat them as many times as necessary. Okay, White Plains, you are the visitors. Please call it. I will catch it.
Tails.
Tails. It is the tail. White Plains has won the toss.
We defer to the second half.
Okay, White Plains has won the toss. Defers to the second half. Scarsdale, you will receive. White Plains, which goal do you want to receive? Back towards those goals, gentlemen. Scarsdale will receive. Let's exchange hands and have a nice ball game.
White Plains won the toss, and they elected to kick off. And the two teams wish for the good luck. And they're all set to go now. Seems to me that the Raiders are a little more pumped up than the White Plains Tigers are.
Well, that's
Or
kind
they're
of
just
funny.
showing it, their emotion a little more.
It's, well, you know, the Raiders are in front of a home crowd, and a very big home crowd at that. Today, I think maybe a reason, it's kind of ironic, in fact, because the Raiders really have nothing to lose here. Let's go. Who they play in the bowl game. The Raiders have lost to North Rockland the past 2 years in the bowl games, and perhaps if they win this, they will be playing them.
This game also assures them of the league title if they're victorious in it. Although they still have a very good chance of winning it anyway.
Again, the Raiders are receiving. White Plains won the coin toss and elected to kick off. We have news that the junior varsity Raiders today beat Roosevelt 14-12. The Roosevelt junior varsity team, Roosevelt of course being the number 6 team in the state varsity-wise, so they're looking at that rivalry possibly for next year.
It's a good sign that our JV's beating Roosevelt. An excellent victory.
Yeah, I'm sure they're extremely proud of that.
I'm sure they are.
Again, awaiting a kickoff. The Raiders' 1987 last home game. Number 52 to kick it off. Number 52, Courtney Gale. Kickoff, good kickoff to number 33, who fields it at the 6. And he called a fair catch, I believe. Yes, he did, and tried to run with the ball. The referee saying, no, I'm sorry, we'll have to keep it there. Number 33 catching that ball is Lou Henry fielding the ball. And the Raiders will start their first offensive plays here at the 6-yard line.
Deep in their own territory. See what the Raider offense can do here.
Okay, Raiders lining up. Rich Stone at the quarterback. Quarterback barking the signals. Hands it off to, oh, he's caught behind the line. He handed that off to, I believe, John D'Arienzo.
The first play of the game is very has a lot of emotional impact on the game. It shows who's boss.
There's a correction.
And
It was
seems
Abdul
that
Steiner.
White Plains, they have the advantage right now.
Well, the Raiders have it way down in their own territory. And Steiner not effective on that run. The White Plains defense came through the line. The Raiders lining up again. Stone at quarterback. Jason Silverman in the backfield, the sophomore. A handoff to number 31, Jason Silverman, the sophomore tailback, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
Got a couple.
He showed some tremendous strength there. Carried a few men for about 4 yards.
Silverman
Quite
is a
surprising.
very big
Sophomore,
person.
yeah.
Very big. He is 5'11". He's 186 pounds. He is one of the stronger Raiders. Stone again. Steiner in the backfield along with D'Arienzo. Stone gives it off to D'Arienzo, I believe.
D'Arienzo appeared as if he almost lost his footing. He got about a yard on the play.
Not a good start for the Raiders, deep in their own territory. They've gotten about 3 yards out of this try, and they will be punting from, the punter will be standing in his own end zone and deep. So there's always obviously that chance Jeff Kenny might drop the ball and it might go out of the back of the end zone for a safety. So we'll see what happens, determining the momentum of the game. Kenny, a good punter, strong punter. The big kid. Good snap. Gets the kick away. Not a great kick.
Gets the Raider bounce, though. Ends up just inside the 40-yard line.
That was about a 45-yard, 50-yard punt.
No, that was a 60-yard punt. No, that was about 57-yard punt. Excellent punt. Quite impressive, even for pro standards.
A really fine bounce he got there on the turf, on the natural grass. Raiders on defense now. White Plains looking with the momentum and the field position they do have to break open early. Okay. number 14 is at quarterback. Number 14 is Derek Mosley. He gives it off to the fullback, who gets about 1, maybe 2.
Because 2 yards, that's stopped right in front of the line of scrimmage by the Raiders, on the Raiders defensive line. Picked up about 2 on that play.
Second down and 8 rather. Number 32 on that call, Barry Ray.
A little over 9 minutes left in this first quarter. Played 12-minute quarters in high school football.
Hands it off to number 32 again. And he gets maybe 2 more on that. Third down and about 6 for the White Plains Tigers. Again, both teams trying to break open some kind of a rushing game, keep the momentum, trying to keep some of the clock with them. That way they can possibly open up a passing game. It has not worked for either team. It's third down and 6 for number 14, the quarterback, Derek Mosley. He drops back to pass. There's a truck rush and he's sacked.
Taken down by number 75, Dave Henkine, the Hanker. Excellent sack. Big pressure on the quarterback there. Didn't have time to get the ball off and taken down at about the 42-yard line.
Loss of about 2 yards on that sack. That was really good
defense.
It was good defense. Hankine just blowing through the line like it was nothing. And sacking the quarterback. Number 15 to punt, Dan Danziger.
Oh, yes!
And a terrible punt.
That might have been deflected. I'm not sure.
Oh, a 5-yard punt.
I've seen better punts. How about you? That was actually a 3-yard punt. Raiders are quite happy with that. We're not sure if he tipped it or if he just happened to intimidate the guy, and, you know, the 3-yard punts really hurt.
I'll tell you, that was due to the defensive line. Again, like the last play, they just ran through the offensive line like it was a piece of flypaper and just got to the punter really quickly, and as a result, a 4-yard punt.
It appeared to me as if he could have blocked it, but he was afraid of roughing the kicker on that.
This might be a momentum changer. Stone barking the signal, Knox in motion. He gives it off to, no, a drop play. He's throwing to Knopp. He goes!
Taped at the last second by number 16 for White Plains, Jeff Lombino. He's a letterman. That was a great play. It seemed as if it was in Knopp's hands, and all of a sudden, Lombino takes it out.
Well, Stone down that play, looked like some kind of a drop play. He could have gone to his tailback Steiner. He elected to go downfield for a 25-yard pass to Knopp, and it was a nice defensive play, not a well-thrown pass. Nice defensive play.
Seems to me Stone put pretty much all he had into that throw.
Yeah. Stone gives out to D'Arienzo, who gets a hole and gets about 5 yards.
Gets down to the 41-yard line. A good play by D'Arienzo.
5-yard gain. It'll be about third down and 5. Rodino putting the signals into Stone.
As most high school football coaches do. Well, actually, probably all.
Raiders line up with 2 Knopp in motion, a wide receiver, a tight end, and 2 backs. They pick to D'Arienzo. So, what's that?
What happened here was we had some technical difficulty. The Raiders punted it down to about the 17-yard line. On the Tigers' first play, they bobbled the ball. They picked it up at the line of scrimmage. And then the last play you saw, that the Raiders stopped the Tigers with no gain.
This is obviously, now we're seeing, going to be a very defensive game. Both defenses not giving up a lot. The Raiders, especially on the rush, have not given up anything. They're around 2 yards rushing now, White Plains, halfway through the first quarter. The Raiders are just, with their rushing defense, that big, strong defensive line, just keeping the rushers behind the line. We have a problem now on the field.
A problem with someone's helmet.
Hankine's helmet.
Hankine's helmet. There's some dirt in it or something.
So we've stopped the game for Hankine's helmet now. Again, Hankine with that big sack, possibly the momentum changer. We'll see. The Tigers now have the ball at their 15-yard line. Third down and about almost 20, I would think. No, about 15. And
Third down and 14.
Scoreboard is working today. Happy day for that. On a draw play, it's a... he
flag on
tripped.
the play. Trip, and he gets about a gain of 3 yards. He ran about 20 yards on that play, and he gained 3.
Quarterback sneak didn't work out too well. Raiders stopping that after a 2-yard gain. And, we have a penalty.
Is against White Plains. Appears to me that it was clipping.
I
think that
didn't
was the
see
call.
it.
Declined by the Raiders.
Fourth down.
Fourth down. Appears to me on that sneak, there was a man behind
Yeah.
the White Plains quarterback. He should have been in front of him
Looked like he
to set up
tripped
a block.
him. Looked like he tripped him also. You saw the quarterback go down. Now the Tigers lining up for a punt from about... The punter will be standing at about his 5-yard line.
4.5 minutes to go in this first quarter of action.
Okay, number 12 will be fielding the ball. Brian Kelly, the senior, at his 46.
Almost
Punt.
blocked again. Okay, Kelly, the Raiders choose to let it bounce, and it gets a White Plains bounce out to the Raiders' 39-yard line. That took about a 15 to 20-yard bounce on that.
About a 50-yard punt. Good punting today.
Oh, yeah, I think it's perfect weather for punting.
Good punting.
Appears that way.
The Raiders, again, on offense, not manufacturing a lot of yards yet. Neither is White Plains.
It appears that no one has the edge right now. No one seems to be doing anything except the defense, of course, which both the defense is doing excellent.
Both fine units. Stone barking the signals again. He's got a tight end and 3 backs and a wide receiver. Knopp in motion, the split end. Stone back to pass. He's looking to screen to D'Arienzo. D'Arienzo catches at the 42 and gets down to about the 46-yard line. About a 7-yard
down to the 46-yard line. Good play. Not too often that you see a pass from the Raiders offense, but you did.
Today we did anyway. Number 12,
First of a
Brian
few,
Kelly,
I'm sure.
checking in. Stone in the huddle. Bosian, number 51, the big center. Boy, is he big.
Oh, yeah.
Big boy. Stone barking the signals. He's got 2 backs. Gives it off to Steiner, the halfback, who gets to about the 52-yard line, the tailback.
Like I said, he found a big hole opened up by that Raiders offense. He gets to the 50-yard line.
First down of the game.
That's a play that the Raiders run quite often. Play right up the middle. Quite simple, but quite effective.
Yeah, Bosian pushing that middle away, pushing the nose tackle or the tackles out of the middle, and then creating a hole.
Okay.
Stone barking the signals again. He's got 2 backs and a split end. Knopp in motion. Drops back to pass. We have a penalty. Goes to Knopp, who drops the ball.
Probably going to be a legal procedure against the Raiders. Appears to me that Knopp could have caught that ball.
Yeah.
It was slightly out of reach. Although,
The referee's
it tipped right off his hands.
Illegal procedure.
The Raiders, they're discussing it with
False
one of
start,
the
rather.
one of the White Plains captains.
Mike Nicholas, the referee today, leading a fine unit. Also,
Discussing
Tom
with Jeff
Barone.
Lombino, and White Plains elects to decline.
Tom Barone, the umpire. John Palacio, the head lineman, and Hugh Campbell, the field judge.
You see various parents of Raiders and other Scarsdale students. And those are the new stands built here at Scarsdale.
So it's second down and about 10. And 10, I should say. Stone. Knopp in motion again.
Place is silent. Oof.
Oh, a fake. Stone's got some room, but is closed seriously by number 50.
That was quite an aggressive play there.
Yeah, Chris Thomas just closing what Stone thought was a hole in a big
On the
way,
fake
too.
there, I think that was Steiner was taken down viciously, and then Stone was taken down pretty roughly. White Plains is out for blood,
Nevertheless,
as I'm sure the
3-yard
Raiders
gain.
are.
A 3-yard gain. The Raiders lining up for third down and about 7. Steiner switching. Oh, goes into sort of motion. Stone rolls to his right. He's got a man. Almost intercepted.
Oh. Excellent play again by number 16, Jeff Lombino. That's his second excellent play. Second time he stopped Knopp. He dove for that ball, thus preventing Knopp from having any chance of reaching it.
The ball was intended for number 12, Brian Kelly.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
And Lombino just jumping in front of that ball and almost intercepted.
Come on, Jeff! Go coverage!
There you see one of the Raiders' assistant coaches. Fourth down, Kenny back to punt again. See how good a punter it is this time. Almost blocked. They're big on almost blocks today also.
Yeah.
And this one, practically identical to the last one, goes out at about the 21-yard line.
Kenny enjoying a good day punting today.
Excellent pass. As has the White Plains team.
Basically a stalemate here in Willard B. Dean Field with 1:42 left in the first quarter. White Plains at their own 20-yard line. No score, only one first down in the game. And White Plains looking to make something happen. Number 14 is the quarterback. He is Derek Mosley, calling the signals. He hands it off to the fullback, who's pushed back. Maybe he got to the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a yard.
He was in forward motion there. That's
Stop by number 75, Steve Hancock.
the offensive line of White Plains didn't do the job on that play. They didn't open the hole.
Well,
And Raiders took advantage of it, and they got it.
you've got to credit the Raider defense, the Raider defensive line. The three of them, Hankind, number 71, Greg Haley, and number 58, Josh Silverman. And the quarter ends, no score. Scoreboard again on the Fritz.
Yeah, the scoreboard is broken. It says 109 after the quarter. I guess they were telling you the wrong time.
Really can't rely on that scoreboard. Nevertheless, I was saying the defensive line, Josh Silverman, Steve Hancock, and Greg Haley, the junior, just really doing a number on the White Plains rushing team today, not giving them much of anything. And they have all year long.
Raiders have a couple of shutouts. Raiders defense a couple of shutouts this year.
So we switch ends of the field. No score. Beginning of the second quarter. Both teams not really a spectacular quarter except for the defenses. Just playing real well, real stable rushing defense. And as a result, not giving the other team anything. The defense is playing very well. Jeff Lombino is the standout for the White Plains defense. The safety playing very well, interrupting two passes.
He's broken up a number of plays.
Yeah.
A number of plays which could have been quite effective.
Okay, number 14. Derek Mosley hands off, and nothing.
Swarm of Raiders back. 4 Raiders took down the back on that play. That was number 29 on the run. 29 being Ollie Ash.
Ollie Ash, the cameraman's son here. He's been on the White Plains Tiger team for 4 years on the varsity team.
Josh Silverman, the captain, come out of the game. He appears injured. Doesn't look too bad though.
He's holding his hand.
Seems to be his wrist or one of his fingers.
Nevertheless, offense is ready to go. In a rollout, he gives it to number 29, who gets around on a sweep and doesn't get really much of anything except about 3 or 4 yards. Number 29, again, Ollie Ash, 3 or 4 yard gain. And White Plains will be punted. You see the Raiders sideline, number 77 looking on.
Along with
Mike
the other Raiders.
B. White Plains discussing.
Waiting to kick from the White Plains. Number 19 to kick for White Plains. That is Jamal Mack.
Knopp standing at his own 40. He fields the ball at the 43. Gets a hit. Oh, and he gets down to the 3-yard line on a 15-yard return.
Broke about 3 tackles on that play. Appeared to me as if he would have been down at almost where he caught it, but he effectively outmaneuvered
About 3 White Plains.
Yeah, about 3 White Plains players. Having a little trouble with my speech today. Pardon me.
Okay, the Raiders line up again. Knopp this time playing a little bit split end. He's now lined up. Oh, big handoff. Stone going. He's got Kenny.
Yeah!
Defensive
That's
penalty.
interference. The White Plains player was unsure of himself. He was unsure of where the ball was. He was obviously following the eyes of, I think it was Kelly?
It was Kenny. It was Jeff Kenny on that, playing tight end.
Jeff Kenny. White Plains player, he jumped up when he saw Kenny's eyes move up.
And he is down.
And it was definitely pass interference, and he's definitely injured.
He's injured. He's not getting up. It appears.
Time for the stretcher.
Yeah, well, let's hope he can get off on his own power.
Oh, yes,
he is
he
getting
does.
up.
I think we exaggerated a little bit, but he's okay.
Number
As long as he's okay.
Number 43, I believe, who is, can't be number 43.
Well,
We don't see who that is. Number 12.
I think it's number 12 there.
Yeah, that is Derek Jenkins playing defensive back. Going up, charged with the defensive penalty, pass interference. A little injured on the play, walked off on his own power, which is always nice to see. No injuries. The Raiders line up at their own the other 26-yard line. White Plains, Stone. Hands off to Steiner. Steiner gets a little bit, maybe 2, maybe 1. Not much there.
About
taken
2
down.
yards on that play. Not much on that play. Once again, they tried to go up the middle, but this time it wasn't as effective as it has been on other occasions.
Yeah, the offensive line not opening up much of a hole. The defensive line converging well and taking down Steiner at after about a 2.5-yard game. The Raiders again, first good field position of the day. They're on the 24-yard line of White Plains and they're looking for a score. 2nd down and 7. Fake to Steiner. Stone's in trouble. Shovels off to Knopp. Knopp breaks a tackle. Gets about 5 yards, but there's a penalty flag on the play around where Jeff Kenny possibly made a clip.
Yeah, it appears to me the flag was dropped just as Kenny blocked one of the White Plains defensemen, and yes, the call goes against Kenny and the Raiders.
A clipping call on Jeff Kenny, the tight end.
It's too bad. That was a nice gain by Knopp, but it'll be called back. Brings the Raiders back about 10 yards.
Greg Knopp opened up a nice play, but Jeff Kenny called on the clip, and that will be a 15-yard penalty. No, I'm sorry, a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
Brings him out to the Tigers' 39-yard line. Clipping on Kenny.
That'll be about a 2nd down and 23. So that's a big...
2nd and 22. Quite an obstacle for the Raiders to overcome.
You don't look at pass here, though. You have to look at a possible fake quarterback sneak or maybe a sweep shovel off.
Just to gain about 10 yards so they can just have 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 12.
Get possibly within field goal position. Stone back to pass. He's hit hard. He throws. Intercepted by number 20. A poorly thrown pass. Number 20 on the interception. That is Glenn Belton. All right, what basically happened there was Stone.
What basically happened there was Stone was under pressure. He had to throw the ball under pressure. Just as he threw the ball, he was hit. He underthrew the ball, and it was intercepted. Kenny tried to grab it out of this Tigers defenseman's hands, but to no avail.
Exactly. Basically, it was a badly thrown pass. He was pressured. There's no doubt about it. But he's a high school player. And
Stone probably shouldn't have thrown that ball, but that's what happens with inexperience.
Good punt.
No offense.
Good punt. Oh, a sneak gets a little through the line, getting about 6 or 7 yards. Number 14, Derek Mosley, on a sneak on that, got right through the line for about 6 or 7.
we'd just like to point out that Chris Cochran from last year, his number 7 was retired for a season to honor his all-section performance last year. His brother's the kicker for the team there this year, as we already said, Mike Cochran. Very good kicker. He's their field goal kicker.
Mosley calling the signals. He hands it off to his tailback, who trips himself up, and he's angry.
He's angry at himself. He had a pretty big hole there. He could have gotten at least a few yards, but he tripped over his...
Ollie Ash just tripped over. There's not much you can do about it. Tripped over himself, and as a result, lost about 2 yards. A good tailback, Ollie Ash. He's really done well for the White Plains Tigers team.
Under the tutelage of his father for 4 years, as he's been telling us. He's the cameraman standing right next to us.
Okay, so we're looking at a 3rd down and about 5.
3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Be correct, exact.
8:11 left in the 2nd quarter. No score. 3rd and 4 for the Tigers. Hand off to the fullback. He'll get close to the 1st down. About a 4 or 5 yard gain by number 33.
It appears to me as if he got the 1st down. He was almost taken down at the line of scrimmage, but he twisted away from a few defensemen, and he picked up the 1st down. He got out to about the 26-yard line.
Mike Hodges on that, just using his bulk and strength to muscle himself over the line, break a couple of tackles, and get a 4 or 5 yard gain. Number 77 on that offensive line, I'm just noticing, he is a big kid. George Rooks. He's a monster. The play goes his way, but taken down by the defensive back, number 21 on the Raiders. Andrew Brennan, the sophomore. Just a terrific play.
Excellent play by Brennan. He got through the backfield and stopped the Tiger back for a loss of a bunch of yards.
About 7 on that play. About 6 or 7. Brennan just, no one blocking him, just converged right into the backfield and hit the man 5 yards behind the line.
Brennan's one of 2 sophomores on this Raiders core.
2 outstanding sophomores.
It's Brennan along with Jason Silverman.
He's looking for a pass. Oh, poorly thrown pass. Poorly thrown pass. Kind of thing you'd see in a parking lot or something. Not a very well thrown pass at all.
That was number 23. Appears to be open. He was definitely open. That was Andre Hunter. He split up the middle, but it was underthrown. He could have gotten about 8 yards on that play at least.
You'd really have to speak to a quarterback to know what it's like in that backfield. The amount of, the slightest degree of indecision is panic, and it appears as if that's what happened on that play. Mosley not throwing a well-thrown ball at all. 3rd down, about 17. He runs to his left, breaks a tackle behind the line by Josh Silverman, gets 2 maybe.
He was out of balance for the entire time he ran there. He was taken down almost twice.
Steve
Effectively, that was Hankine on the tackle. He effectively avoided 2 of the Raiders defensemen, and he got out to about the 24-yard line, 23 or 24-yard line. That leaves the Tigers with the 4th and 13, clearly a kicking situation.
I was mentioning number 77 on that offensive line of the Tigers. He is a big kid. He looks to be about 200. Almost blocked by Silverman, the punt.
Another bad punt. Fair catch called at the Tigers' 45-yard line. That was Brian Kelly on the fair catch. A good play by Kelly. Quite a little risky, but it was a good play because he was afraid that it would take a Tigers bounce.
Also, the Raiders just converging through the offensive lines on those punts really well. Silverman almost blocking that kick. 1 has been blocked and 2 have been hurried. So the Raiders take off on their 45-yard line.
There have been very few first downs here in this first half. A large number of punts.
Handed off to Dirienzo, gets 2. Again, the Raiders and the Tigers both using those rushing attacks, and they're not working. The rushing defenses of both teams are doing remarkable jobs on the rushing, thus opening up possibly some kind of passing game, as we've seen. Stone throwing that interception, Mosley throwing those badly thrown passes. So it appears as if this is not going to be. This is going to be a slow game. It's going to be a lot of 2-yard gainers unless something else is opened up.
And a great number of punts, as we've already seen.
That is
Okay,
number
play a hold.
42.
Number 42 on that play. Matt Deschamps picks up a bunch of yards, got out to the 36-yard line, picked up about 6 yards on that play, 5 or 6 yards.
Good try, the junior.
Yeah, he's a junior. He'll be an excellent addition next year also. He's another large person.
Yeah. All these Raiders work out in the weight rooms constantly building up bulk. Stone with D'Arienzo and Steiner in the backfield. Steiner at the tailback. Shovels off
Nice
to
third development.
Steiner, fumble. Oh, Tigers recover. Down.
Steiner taking out some of his frustration there on that tackle, but in high school rules, once it's fumbled and you pick it up, you cannot run with it. If I believe that's correct.
All that happened there was Stone panicked again. He was going to be brought behind the line. Steiner was there on the option, and as Stone was going down, he shoveled it off. But unfortunately, Steiner was about 3 yards away.
It was a broken play there. The play was very slow to develop, and all of a sudden, Stone saw himself being tackled. Another unwise decision by Stone.
So the White Plains takes over at their own 46-yard line, looking for some momentum here. He hands it off to his fullback, big fullback, gets about 5 yards, muscling his way through the line.
He barreled through with a number of Raiders defensemen on him.
Number 33.
Got picked up about 5 yards.
Second and 7.
Mike Hodges, a big kid as well. Big fullback. He looks to be about 210, 215 pounds.
Yes. He's another
Big
large
boy.
person.
We
Raiders
have
calling timeout. We're not quite sure why at this point.
And now for today's trivia question.
a timeout called by,
Why are the Knicks
we're not
so
sure.
bad?
The trivia question for today is why are the Knicks so bad?
That question coming from Dave Beinstein. An excellent question.
Why is New York basketball so bad? New Jersey Nets also defeated, I shall say. We don't know.
We just, at this point, we don't
just
know.
Don't know.
Of course, as you probably know, the New York Knicks and the New Jersey Nets have yet to win a game this season. I believe combined they're about 0-9.
Good year this year. Mosley hands off to number 33, the fullback.
He gets out to about the 45-yard line of into Scarsdale territory. Picked up about 5 yards on that play.
Mike Hodges.
3rd and 1.
This is the first time where we've seen, it looks as if the White Plains can start going to Hodges. He's gotten 2 consecutive runs, and both were good gains of 5 yards. Hodges, a big kid, now not on the field. 3rd and 1. Oh, pardon, he goes to Hodges, who breaks a tackle. He's around. Finally taken out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
But there are 2 flags down on the play. We'll have to wait and see.
There's a flag on the play.
Big penalty right now. We'll have to see.
Well, again, we just told you, Mike Hodges having what looks to be sort of a good game. He's starting to break open those rushes. The Raider defense relenting a little bit.
Hodges got out to down to about the Raiders' 19-yard line, deep in Raiders territory, into the red zone.
Looks like it's being brought back, though.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm supposed to be objective. That was a pickup of about, let's see, about 25 yards on that play. Maybe even more. 26 yards on that play. But it appears to be as if it's all for naught.
We saw a lot of good blocking on that play. He just coming around the end, breaking tackles and looking for holes and just accelerating past defensive linebackers.
He's an excellent player.
Offsetting penalties, it looks like.
Illegal cut against White Plains.
still not sure,
We have an illegal clip against White Plains. We're awaiting the other penalty.
which is probably against the Raiders.
That clip
They're
and penalty.
discussing it right now. As you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, the referees discussing it with D'Arienzo and the White Plains captain. Yeah, it's setting penalties.
Personal foul against, I believe, the Raiders.
Personal foul against Scarsdale, outsetting penalty.
There you see a cute doggy.
One of the Raider onlookers. So we'll see what happens. Will they be offsetting and will we play the down over, or will the difference be made?
At this point, we don't know.
We just
Oh,
don't
yes,
know.
actually we do know. No, we don't know.
There is not a fire at Scarsdale High School. It's actually the senior barbecue, so don't worry.
Don't panic. We don't know who this guy is.
The cameraman voicing
His opinion.
Quite
clearly.
He's happy about the penalties.
That's all he asked his father.
It'll
He
be a
likes the
first down. First down and 10 for White Plains. This
Only about getting down to 2.5 minute mark in this second quarter, excuse me.
Mosley hands off to number 33, who gets nada, 0 rien.
Zilch. Big goose egg.
Basically, what we're talking about is he got nothing.
Second and 8.
Actually,
He got
3 yards.
half a goose egg. Second and 8. 2:14 left in the second quarter. Answer to the trivia question is, we're waiting. White Plains shovels off. Oh, a flea flicker gives to number 16, who gets about 6 yards. Okay, what you saw on that play was the quarterback shoveling off to number 11, Garrett Washington, who elected to pass the ball to number 16, Jeff Lombino, the defensive back, who's made 2 good plays, also playing wide receiver here today. A gain of about 7 yards and a first down.
Good for the first down.
Thank you very much.
Oh, a fumble! A fumble, and the Raiders, White Plains recovers D'Arienzo on the takedown. It appears as if the quarterback is hurt.
And there's a flag on the play. 3 turnovers.
Mosley is hurt badly. He's writhing in pain. Maybe the wind knocked out of him. I don't know. He is writhing in pain. We didn't quite see what happened. Obviously, that was the reason for the fumble. And
There you hear a speeding call. Please get up. Appears as if he just has the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, that's what it looks like from here. He's lying on his stomach trying to breathe. I hope he is
Breathing,
succeeding. And he is.
Okay,
he's getting up.
okay.
So it's tough to see. Oh, either he just did something very badly.
Oof. That's not pretty.
No.
If you have a weak stomach, please do not watch.
You're watching on Cable 36 Sports, the Raiders and the Tigers. I'm David Jaffe along with Danny Ecker, bringing you an exciting game. However, we do have an injury. Derek Mosley, the quarterback, not
Feeling
the best
very
of
well.
health.
How can we say it? He's regurgitating?
He's getting up now. It appears as
He's
if he
okay.
just got a tough blow to the chest, and he is getting up. The crowd applauding. It's always tough to see an injury like that, and it's always nice to see a man get up and run off the field like he's doing.
He appears as if he's fine.
The second string quarterback coming onto the field.
He should be back pretty soon.
Yeah. Good quarterback. The ensuing fumble, what happened was Mosley was hit hard, dropped the ball in the injury, and the White Plains recovered about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It will be about second down and about 18 for the White Plains Tigers on the Raider 33-yard line. Second string quarterback on the field now, who will be number 11, I believe. Number 11 is Garrett Washington, the second string quarterback, calling the signals.
Down to a minute 20 in this first
He
half.
draws back the pass. He throws to number 18, a little behind.
Taken down by Brian Kelly, and it's incomplete. Big hit by Kelly on that play, preventing the receiver from catching the ball.
Thrown to John Peoples. That ball thrown a little behind, and it appears as if Mosley's not coming back into the game as yet.
He'll probably be back in the second half. They're
Yeah.
just giving him
The breather.
a little time off.
Both defenses are relentless, strong, and I believe he is back.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Another pass by the White Plains quarterback.
He throws it badly. Well,
Where was he throwing? It looked like there was a little mix-up of signals there.
possibly.
Because all he was throwing to right there, the nearest man was a Raider defenseman.
Well, it looked like what was called was a down and in, or at least the Raider, the White Plains receivers thought so, and number 11, Garrett Washington, threw basically a down and out. That was the mix-up on the play. Nevertheless, it's fourth down and about 18 to go. They will be going for it. They feel they have nothing to lose with a punt. They'll probably be going end zone, I would think. And I'm wrong. Number 23 catches the ball. They will give it up at the 27-yard line.
Tigers desperately trying to get into field goal range right now. Down to
Andre
106 in the first half.
Hunter on the catch. Got 10, but not near the first down. Raiders take over at their own 27-yard line with one minute left in the half.
Tigers unsuccessful in their bid to try and get into field goal range.
It was fourth down. Stone barking the signals. Durienzo Steiner in the backfield. He gives off to Steiner. Steiner gets 3. Look, we're seeing a scoreless ball game. We're seeing a very good defensive ball game. Both offenses not manufacturing much. If anything, I'd have to give the edge to the White Plains Tigers. Their fullback, number 33, Mike Hodges, has rushed well, picking up a couple of big gains of 6 or 7 yards.
His largest one called back, of course. With that run, he would have had
About 40
50
yards.
yeah. Quite an impressive statistic.
Number 42, that's Silverman, gets 8 yards.
Gets out to the Raiders' 33-yard line.
Pardon me, Matt Deschamps.
That was Matt Deschamps.
Yeah.
With 3 seconds left in this second quarter.
He must have
We'll see
gotten
what
out
the
of
Raiders
bounds.
do. Will they chuck one up, or will they sit on it?
I think at this point in high school
At this
football.
point, we don't know.
Well, high school football, you're not going to see the quarterback throwing a 50-yard pass.
Good point.
Yeah. So
But, you know, I mean, he might throw it 30 yards in an attempt for the runner to run the remaining yardage.
I don't know. I don't think you want to take a chance. I think probably what they're going to do is they're going to just
Hand
give
it
it
off.
off to Durienzo or Steiner. There's not much you can do here with 3 seconds in the half at your own 30-yard line. So we're just awaiting basically the end of the half. However, it appears as if a timeout has been called by the Raiders, so maybe they are plotting something. What? We don't know.
At this point,
we don't
we don't know.
know.
There you see 2 Florence Scarsdale police officers.
Doing their job paroling the end zone,
Mm.
making sure that there's no mischief there. The Raider crowd, excited crowd, obviously, they have to be held down by belts with their enthusiasm. 3 seconds left in the half. Palladino running off the field.
In his traditional outfit, which he
Now doing a
wears
little
every week.
Dance step
Probably a
for us.
little superstition involved there.
Possibly, we don't know.
Hopefully, he washes the clothes.
3 seconds left. Knopp in motion along with the defensive back. Stone dropping back to pass. He's got Kelly open downfield, but he won't get to him. He was rushed very well, crunched by number 77. Boy, that kid is large.
Stone had nowhere to go, so he merely downed the ball.
George Rooks, monster, just an animal.
No time left on the clock, but appears to me that the clock is
We
wrong
hear that-
once again.
Rooks playing so well this season that he's been offered colleges of Penn State and Notre Dame. Always, he does not know which one, either Notre Dame or Penn State. Both
Two
schools
quite
having excellent
impressive
programs.
schools.
One headed by
Joe Paterno.
Joe Paterno, the other by the Notre Dame coach.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be Lou Holtz. It is Lou Holtz.
It is Google. It's good call.
Thank you. Kenny to punt, almost blocked. At this point, there's no time left in the quarter. He should just jump on it and get hit very much so.
Taken down viciously.
Oh,
a
penalty,
late,
come on.
Penalty.
I don't
Gotta be
know.
a late hit.
I don't know why you'd see that with so little left in there. There's no plays. I don't understand that call at all.
Well, the referees have to call fairly. They have to protect the players.
I understand.
They can't let that slide.
I guess you're right.
It's just unacceptable.
So we have no time or one play left in this second quarter.
Oof.
Big penalty.
15-yard penalty. That does hurt the Raiders because it gives the Tigers at least some slim chance, as they only have 43 yards to go to the end zone.
With about 4,000 onlookers here at Willard B. Dean Field, Raider pride.
Tiger meat.
That's one of the signs here. Number 11 drops back to pass to Washington. He's being rushed, and Kenny will get him for a sack of 7 yards, and that will end the second quarter.
No, not yet.
I don't understand what's happening. The scoreboard
The clock,
tells us
the
there's
scoreboard
no
is
time left.
completely wrong. At least it's right about the score, which is 0-0 here at Willard B. Dean Field in Scarsdale.
We don't know how much time is left. I think it's time that, again, we need a new scoreboard. That's evident. We're not sure of the time remaining. We
But
thought
it's
there was no
not
time.
a lot.
There
Yeah.
can't be a lot of time. Of course, we just don't know.
Don't know.
Okay, number 11, Washington, been in on three plays, and all of them have been passes, surprisingly. Number 14, Mosley, out, kind of regurgitated on the field, so obviously he's not feeling well.
He definitely regurgitated on the
Okay.
field. He'll be back in the second half,
I'm sure he will. He's just getting a breather.
Hopefully they'll clean that up.
I would not want to be playing football.
Oh, no.
Nevertheless, we have a timeout, a White Plains timeout. We're watching them huddle.
Nothing. There was a timeout called there, if you didn't know. And they're all set to go right now.
We could see a run, we could see a bomb. We don't know how much time is left, so we can't guess at this.
And
Washington
it's a pass.
pumps, deflected at the line, and taken down by Kelly at the last
Perfect
second.
timing by Kelly. Just as the ball reached the receiver, he was taken down. And there you see a number of Scarsdale females.
Always happy to come out and see a Raider game, especially on such a beautiful day. We have a call for a left side option
By Ash.
by Ash, the cameraman's
That's
son.
the word we've heard.
Just
Washington back again. Puts it up the middle, intercepted by D'Arienzo. And he's taken down at the 38-yard line of the Raiders. A flag on the play. Flag occurred after the play ended. Probably going to be a personal foul.
D'Arienzo just stepping in front of a pass that looked like it was intended for him. Washington, the backup quarterback, has thrown 5 passes.
And that's why Washington's the backup quarterback.
Washington playing well at defensive back and linebacker. Obviously not a quarterback at all. You're watching Dick Palladino in seclusion, pondering the situation on the field at about the 40-yard line.
And the call goes against the Tigers. And we're awaiting the official call. And there you see it.
Not much to say here. The time would be nice, but it reached 0-0, and I think there's a little bit more time than that. We have another timeout, White Plains timeout. Let's just recap this first half.
A defensive battle here. No one has scored. The closest anyone has gotten was White Plains got within the Raiders' 20-yard line. Scarsdale hasn't even gotten that close. This game has been mostly played in the middle of the field, with no one really getting anywhere. There you see two more Scarsdale Raiders fans.
We have to mention that the quarterback, the White Plains first-string quarterback, was knocked out. Number 11, Garrett Washington came in, threw 6 passes, surprisingly, while he was in. Not one running play occurred. Obviously, the coach having a lot of confidence in the second string. However, that's not the case. He's 0 for 5 and 0 for 6 and has an interception. So, not much to say, but a very defensive struggle.
How can we describe that?
More of the Raider Scarsdale High School seniors watching the Raider last home game of the 1987 season. Stone with DiRienzo and Steiner in the backfield. Drops back to pass. He rolls out to his right. He's almost hit. He's going deep to Knob. Almost caught.
Goes through Knob's hands, through the defenseman's hands.
And double
and
coverage.
Ends up an incomplete pass, and that brings the first half to a close. With the score, Raiders 0 and the White Plains Tigers 0.
Not much. The quarterback is out, number 14. Derek Mosley is out of the game, or temporarily anyway. He was hit very hard, fumbling the ball. The ball was recovered. We've seen a good game, good defensive game. Not an exciting one. We haven't seen a lot of big runs.
It has been exciting. The defensive battle is quite exciting. Although, even though it's defensive, people say it's boring, but it is quite exciting.
So now we're awaiting the bands and the cheerleaders.
Okay.
We will be back at the beginning of the third quarter. The Raiders 0, the Tigers 0.
See you then.